It's been 17 days since Bristol City announced their retained list following the conclusion of the 23-24 campaign, and arguably the biggest piece in all of this chess puzzle was Joe Williams. We understood that he was undergoing contract discussions with the club. We still really haven't had an update since then, and it's been more than 2 weeks. So what is going on with Joe Williams, and will he actually sign a contract with Bristol City going into next season? I think all City fans can agree Joe Williams is a massive part of this team at the moment, especially with the fact that Matty James was let go. It is more than important than ever to avoid Bristol City having to spend more money in the transfer market to look for an adequate replacement, that we secure Joe Williams down to a new deal. Not only that, Williams has been exceptional for about the last 6 months in this Liam Manning system, and possibly the only real player in it, with alongside probably Rob Dickie as the only other outfield player who's really shined in this system, and really Liam Manning's got the best out of them. The midfield department is one of interest for a lot of reasons. Max Bird in particular, who's going to come in this summer, is one that is expected to make an impact in the first team and definitely be in the first team reckoning. Adam Murphy, who's coming in from Ireland, who's kind of had a pre-season towards the back end of the season, is kind of expected to be possibly on the peripherals on the squad, but not sure he's going to make a whole lot of impact next season. And then we have the Jason Knights, Taylor Garner-Hickmans of this world, who are going to be in this Bristol City side next season. And hopefully, from a City perspective, if we keep Joe Williams, that will mean Max Bird, Jason Knight, Taylor Garner-Hickman, and Joe Williams in there, who are all going to be part of that Bristol City midfield next season, giving it a far better outlook than if Joe Williams was to leave. Joe Williams has been outstanding this season. He's become one of the first teams on the team sheet, and kind of incomprehensible to the mind that, considering how many injuries he's had. He's played so many games this season. He's played 40 games in the Championship this season, 30 starts. Obviously, we've still had to kind of manage a little bit in terms of his injury problems before that, where he just wasn't getting into the team and wasn't available for a lot of it. So for him to really show what he's all about and show his quality, which that's the reason why we bought him from Wigan. He showed real quality whilst with Paul Cook. So for him to finally show that at Bristol City, massive credit to him, and for him to be quite patient as well. And credit to Liam Manning, probably the only Bristol City manager so far to have kept Joe Williams fit and also got the best out of him. His composure on the ball, his ability to play, his passing range is quite underrated actually. All of that moulded together gives a pretty good Liam Manning midfielder, and him with Max Bird, with Jason Knight possibly in that number 8 position more permanently next season, which he could have a pretty decent midfield kind of option in there. He can play as a defensive 6, or even a little bit more of an advanced state. He's quite comfortable, really, being quite fluid and mobile and a bit of hybrid midfielder in there. And that ability to play kind of box to box and have that quality going forward, as well as being very good defensively, really hard to find in the Championship these days. So to kind of basically sign him on a free would be just massive for our perspective and really help boost our chances of hopefully a playoff push coming into next season. So, rather unsurprisingly, there is fellow Championship interest in him, and again, him being out of contract just makes it so much more easy for Championship clubs to go and attract both Joe Williams' quality. Preston North End, in quite unsurprising transfer link there, have been interested in him. Ryan Lowe, with the Scouse link there, he quite likes signing Scouse players, doesn't he? Ryan Lowe's have a bit of a fame for that, likes of Leighton Stewart, I can remember from the top of my head at Preston. That doesn't seem overly of a shock transfer move, but what I'm hoping is we've really showed faith in him. We could have easily just binned him off after 2 years of injury problems, and we could have just sold him to a lower end Championship club where he needed more time to kind of recover, get into the groove of things. But we've showed faith in him. We've really stuck by him, and he's ultimately bearing the fruit to that. And Liam Manning has got the best out of him. And Manning does have this kind of knack, especially did it at Oxford in the summer transfer window last season, of attracting players, convincing players. I'm not really sure Nigel Pearson would have had that to a certain extent, same extent, really showing ambition, Manning. So from my perspective, Joe Williams has to sign a new contract if Bristol City are to really kick on, because he's a crucial part of the system. Right, so what do you think? Do you think Joe Williams should sign a new deal? Do you think Bristol City are more than adequate and capable of signing a capable replacement in this summer transfer window if Joe Williams is to leave. Get your thoughts in on the situation at the moment. It's kind of radio silence, isn't it, on Joe Williams? It's a bit weird. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Hit like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Annie Harris Football Channel for City content in the future, and hopefully I'll be making a video rather soon about Joe Williams actually signing a contract extension. Touch wood.